morning, everybody. It is Monday. I don't even know the date. Weather's not very great this morning. It's kind of chilly, drizzly. Leaving Tallahassee. I left my friend's house about 2 hours ago. Gone about 16 miles so far. It's been kind of rough going through Tallahassee. The Highway 90 doesn't have a shoulder and the sidewalks are crap, but I'm making my way through. Had an amazing weekend relaxing and hanging out with my friend. She cooked me some delicious food. Drove me around Tallahassee a little bit, showing me like her neighborhood and places she likes to go. But now the trip is back on as my camera bounces all over the place. That just goes to my point that these sidewalks are crap. But anyways, better than getting hit by a car. Not sure how far I'm going to go today. I'd like to get some decent miles in, but also don't want to push myself. I didn't realize how hilly Tallahassee is. But you know, it's good for me. There's going to be mountains at the end of this trip, so why not practice on some little itty bitty Florida hills? Every once in a while the sun pokes out. It'd be nice if it came out to stay. As much as I ate this weekend, and I stopped and had a bagel for breakfast, I'm already starving. I maneuver my way through these windy, covered in sand, bumpy sidewalks. Yeah. All right, that's enough bitching for now. Story time. I don't know if you technically consider this a sea story. It is kind of a military story, but a friend of mine wanted me to go a little more in depth on why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why am I riding a bicycle all the way across the country? So, when I was in the military, Navy and Coast Guard, I always struggled to maintain my weight standards, physical appearance standards. In the military, you have to be no heavier than a certain weight, depending on your height and other stuff. So I was always off and on the remedial physical training, or otherwise known as the Fat Boy program. On the Coast Guard cutter Cypress, our yeoman, which is like the office job or whatever, clerical, admin, whatever you want to call it. He was kind of in the same boat as me. We always struggled to make weigh-ins. We both enjoyed riding bikes, mountain bikes, whatever. So we started bringing our bikes on the boat with us. And wherever we tied up, we'd go riding. And sometimes we'd ride 30, 60 miles. And that was like the first time in my life I realized riding 60 miles on a bicycle isn't as hard as it sounds. Just depends on weather conditions and the terrain. So anyways, at one point we were just talking about what good cardio cycling is. And I think I came up with the idea of like, how much weight do you think we'd lose if we rode a bicycle all the way across the country? And you know, then further discussions about like, how much weight would we lose just trying to train for something like that? That's kind of where the idea came from. And then over the years, I thought about doing it, talked with friends and family about doing it. At one point, my sister was going to go with me, but she still has a career, so it just didn't work out. I think she might try it next year with a friend. Different course though. I'm sticking to the south. I think she wants to stick up north. But the other factors behind this, when I retired from the military, like a lot of guys, I just stopped taking care of myself. Was eating whatever I wanted, not exercising, and I gained a ton of weight. And then in the fall of 2016, I had a heart attack. That was a wake-up call. And it got me back into fitness and trying to eat right for a while. And then I slacked off again, gained all that weight back. And then I moved to Florida with the intention of taking advantage of all the paved bike trails and getting really back into cycling. All right, I had to pause my story because I was in the middle of a long hill climb. It kept getting more and more steep and I was losing my breath and not able to talk. So that was, I was climbing a hill into Chattahoochee, Florida, right on the Georgia border. And now I'm leaving Chattahoochee. Stopped at Subway and got a foot-long sandwich for lunch. Not a real fan of Subway, but it was the best option available and right along Highway 90. So anyways, back to the story. Moving to Florida so that I can get back into cycling, because Florida has so many thousands of miles of paved and unpaved trails. But then when I got to Florida, I was driving for Uber, just sitting in my car eating all day, driving people around. Really wasn't losing any weight, got even heavier. until I got to 266 pounds. It's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I just got fed up with the way I looked, the way I felt. So 2020, during the pandemic, I bought a new bicycle and started riding. And then also, my sisters started coming down to Florida every Thanksgiving. And every year for Thanksgiving, my younger sister and I would at least attempt a 100-mile ride. We did, I think, 3 years in a row we hit a 100-mile ride. And that got me re-energized into this crazy idea of riding across the country. So I would say I really got serious about cycling and preparing for this trip about 3 years ago. And in that 3 years, I've ridden my bicycle thousands of miles. I've lost 80 pounds. And I also fell into a really good situation where I was working part-time for a family at a car wash. And just great family that owned the business. And this July will be 2 years ago. I had to go in for knee surgery at the VA. And I told the owners of the car wash that I wasn't gonna come back. That after my knee surgery, I was gonna focus on preparing for this trip and just getting better health. And they also own a gym. So being the amazing people that they are, they invited me to work out at their gym to prepare for this. That's why in almost all of my videos, you'll see that I have on something, a hat or a t-shirt or a hoodie that promotes Epic Health and Fitness in Crystal River, Florida. Just owned by some amazing friends. It's really cool that I worked for them and then became good friends. It's funny the way things work out. So anyways, I'm kind of rambling and jumping all over the place, but all of those events together really made this the year to do it. I can leave my camper on a friend's piece of land for free. I don't have to worry about my stuff being messed with while I'm gone. I was gonna come check out this overlook, but it says it's closed. All right, back out to the road, I guess. So yeah, the idea of riding my bicycle across the country basically is just my own crazy idea to drastically change the way my body looks, try to burn off a lifetime of alcohol abuse and overeating, and see where life goes from there. And I hope that is a little better explanation of why I'm doing this. Today's already a much better day than yesterday. The weather's so much better today. As you can see, I've got a t-shirt on, no hoodie today. So life is good. I'm just riding along Highway 90. I have no idea where I'm gonna stay tonight. Still got several hours of daylight, so I'm just gonna keep going. So far, I've done like 18 miles, so got a late start today. Anyways, more to come. So I've ridden far enough on Highway 90 now that I'm in the central time zone. I didn't realize that would happen this soon. But I crossed over the Atchafalaya River, and that apparently in this area is the line for the time zone change. So, not that I really care, but lost an hour for daylight savings time last weekend. Lose an hour crossing over in the central time zone. Or actually, gained an hour, right? Got an hour back. Yeah, sure, cool. Just riding through Sneads, Florida. It'd be really cool to find a bike shop, but I don't have my hopes up for that. I'm nursing a slow leak on my back wheel. I put a new tube in it over the weekend in Tallahassee. Checked the tire, I thought really well. Make sure nothing was poking through, but that same tire is leaking again, so I don't even think I have another tube for it. I might be in a situation here. Oh well. Well, steep. I'll just keep stopping every time it goes soft and put more air in it till I can get somewhere. It's too bad liquor stores don't sell bike tubes. There's plenty of liquor stores around.